Hi there friends, welcome to Mariel Beads and Beyond. We are going to be making our February project for the Potomac Beads treasury bags. I like to cut extra wire just because I don't like to be fighting for wire at the end. And you're going to find that that's the best way to do it, the smart way to do it. So we are going to place our pliers and we are going to bend the wire, rotate the pliers, bring the wire towards you, and then complete your loop. We are going to add our clasp and we're gonna pass it through. You can leave this step for later. I like to just start with my clasp and move from there. Bend nose pliers and we are going to wrap around like this. Now, because the stars has had an indentation in here, I'm not going to cut the wire until I finish it because I want to make sure it's not gonna be moving. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I want my stars not to be moving. So for this one, we want to put the tip of the plier right there, and we're gonna bend the wire, and we are going to make the other loop. Continue until you touch the pliers. Make sure your loop is the same size. I think the other one is a little bit larger, but it's because I went too far. That looks about the same. So we are going to wrap around, and then we're gonna go 1 and 2. So we are going to cut this wire, and we need to hide this end. There you go. So we are going to cut this other, and we are going to hide the end. So we are going to repeat the same step until we get the length that we need. So let's add one more. Make sure it's the same size. We're gonna pass through, and we are going to wrap around. Same as the other one, we don't gonna cut our wire until we make sure that it looks good. Okay. And then we're gonna put our star. And right here, we need to see, like if you see this one, I put the star facing that way. So let's just stick to that way, and so we can kind of have the same pattern. So as you can see, they're all gonna be facing to the right. So right here, we want to hold like the very tight to the bead. Bend, and we're gonna put this on top, rotate, and continue. Make sure the hole is the same size, and it is, and we are going to wrap. Let's hide this wire and let's cut the other one. There you go. And we're going to tuck the end. I have the length that I need for my bracelet. You can see for me it's perfect. And then what I'm going to do, take it off, and we're going to put an extra star right here. I have 1-inch head pins, so we are going to put it this way, because remember all our stars are going heading that way, and also because of the shape of the bead, I'd rather have it that way. So we are going to make a loop, and this is going to be also for the charms. So as you can see, everything is repetitive, so you shouldn't have any issues on this beautiful bracelet. So we are going to put it through here, and we are going to wrap it around. Okay, so we are going to start adding our hearts, and it's going to be the same process, and it's going to be how many hearts you want to put. So all that is going to depend on you. I'm just going to give you an example of what I'm planning to do with mine. So we are going to grab one of our hearts, and we are going to put the head pin. For this one, same thing, we're going to put our pliers, and as you can see, all these steps are repetitive. Okay, so our pliers and move loop and continue. There you go. So right now for this one, I'm gonna have one that is flat, and then I'm gonna have one that is going to be like this, so sideways. So you want one flat, one sideways. We will have to add it in here, and we need to close it, and we can add as many as we want to. Okay, The more wire you have, the better it is to wrap. And so and if you want to cut the excess, you can. I like to just work it in here, but if I get to a point that I can't do it anymore, I just cut it. So like this. And I think for this one, I'm gonna have to cut a little bit. There you go. And then we need to tuck the end. That's perfect. So this is what we should have. So for mine, I'm going to have it this way. So this is going to be flat, and this needs to go this way, like that. Let's put one on each side and see how that goes. Beads are so little and it's hard to cut them, but for this one, I'm not gonna cut any wire, and at the end, that is my goal, not to cut wire, because it's less sharp, and I like when I wrap the entire wire. There you go. So we have our first two. I finished my bracelet. As you can see, it looks very pretty. I'm going to make two changes though. It's perfect the way it is, but I'm a little picky, so I'm gonna change the clasp. I have this other one. It matches a little bit more to the color of wire that I have. There's nothing wrong with the clasp. It's just that I'd rather have the other one. That's the one thing. And the other thing that I'm going to change is going to be I'm gonna add some chain. I feel that it's going to be better if we add some chain at the end. Let me see. My other pliers. Just make sure it's close. My lighting in here is super bad, so I'll check it later. But that'll be one change. The other change that I'm going to make, I'm going to add some chain right here. And for that, let me see, how am I gonna do it? I have this chain. I know it's a little bit big, but I mean, it's okay. I just makes me feel better to have some chain here. I mean, I don't have to. Like as you can see, it looks really pretty the way it is. My only thing is that I might get the wire like eventually if I keep putting it and putting it in there, I might get the wire damage. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I get the wire damage, I can change it. So for now, I guess we're gonna leave it like this. So I just changed the clasp to make it match a little bit, but as you can see, it's beautiful. Don't forget to visit the Potomac Beads Company and get your favorite treasury bags. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow along. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time.